we find ourselves, each of us, standing at the threshold of an eternal truth. It is a truth that resonates within the deepest chambers of our soul, yet it is often clouded by the fog of distractions and the noise of the world. But within, in the silence of your being, there lies a power that is greater than any external force. It is the source, the divine energy, the essence of who you truly are. This source is not something that you must seek in the world outside, for it has always been within you. It is never lost, never distant, but ever present, waiting for you to recognize it. We live in a world that constantly tells us to search for answers, to look for meaning, to find fulfillment outside of ourselves. But here lies the paradox. Everything you need, everything you seek, is already within. You are not separate from the divine. You are an expression of it. You are not lost. You are only waiting to remember the truth of your being. This journey that we are all on is one of remembering. It is not about becoming someone different. It is about unearthing the essence that has always been within. The truth is, the divine intelligence that created the cosmos, that moves the stars, that breathes life into every living being, this same intelligence flows through you. It is the source of all things. You do not need to look outside for validation, for approval, or for answers. You are the answer. We are conditioned to believe that happiness, peace, and success must be found in external circumstances. We are taught to seek approval, to find security in possessions, relationships, or status. But these are fleeting, transient things. They come and go. They are but shadows of the true source that resides within you. When you begin to recognize that you are not the sum of your possessions or the validation of others, you awaken to the truth that you are the source. You are a divine being with unlimited potential. Understand this. Your mind, in its vast power, is a tool to connect to this source. It is not the source itself, but it is the gateway to it. Your thoughts shape your reality, but they also create the illusion of separation. When you allow your thoughts to guide you back to your true essence, you transcend the limitations of the mind. You become more than the story you tell yourself. You become the truth of your being. What would happen if you stopped searching for answers outside yourself? What if you trusted that the divine intelligence that created you is the same force that guides you every moment of your life? What if you began to believe that you are not a passive observer in the world, but a powerful creator of your own experience? It is time to let go of the belief that you are limited. Let go of the idea that you are small, insignificant, or broken. You are not broken. You are whole. You are complete. You are the divine in human form. And the more you allow yourself to connect with this truth, the more you will experience life as it was meant to be, abundant, joyful, and full of limitless possibilities. But this requires a shift. It requires a change in perception. It requires you to let go of the beliefs, the conditioning, the fears, and the doubts that have been placed upon you by the world. It requires you to let go of the false story that you are separate from the divine, because you are not separate. You are one with it. You are the divine expressing itself in human form. The more you align yourself with this truth, the more you begin to live in harmony with the universe. You begin to move with the flow of life rather than against it. You begin to see that everything, every experience, every person you encounter is a reflection of your inner world. What you experience on the outside is a direct reflection of what is happening within you. And when you begin to heal within, you heal the world around you. Healing begins within. This is the foundation of all true transformation. You cannot change the world by changing the outside. You must change the inside. When you begin to heal your thoughts, your beliefs, and your perceptions, you will begin to see a different world. You will see a world filled with possibility, filled with love, and filled with divine abundance. But it starts within you. You have the power to choose your thoughts. You have the power to choose how you perceive the world. And when you choose to perceive it through the lens of love, of abundance, and of connection to the divine, you will experience the world in a completely different way. You will see that the source is always within, always guiding you, always supporting you, and always loving you. But this is a choice. It is a choice to stop looking outside yourself for answers. It is a choice to stop blaming the world or others for your circumstances. It is a choice to take responsibility for your life and to recognize that you are the creator of your own experience. The world will reflect back to you what you believe about yourself. If you believe that you are limited, that you are powerless, that you are not enough, then that is what you will experience. But if you choose to believe that you are the source of all things, that you are unlimited, that you are worthy of all the abundance the universe has to offer, then that is what you will create. You are the creator of your reality. And it all begins within. The source is always within. When you align yourself with this truth, you unlock the power to create a life that reflects the greatness of your soul. You unlock the power to heal, to grow, and to transform. You unlock the power to be the person you were always meant to be. You unlock the power to live in alignment with the divine. And as you step into this power, as you step into the truth of who you are, you will begin to see the world around you shift. People will begin to reflect back to you your inner truth. Opportunities will begin to appear in your life that align with your highest good. You will no longer feel the need to search for validation because you will know that you are already validated by the source within. You are enough. You have always been enough. The source has always been within you, and it is time for you to remember it. It is time to remember that you are a divine being, worthy of all the love, abundance, and peace that the universe has to offer. So I ask you now, will you choose to remember? Will you choose to embrace the truth of who you are? Will you choose to recognize that the source is always within and that you are the creator of your own reality? This is your invitation to step into your power. This is your invitation to remember the truth of your being. This is your invitation to awaken to the divine light that resides within you. The source is always within. And when you remember this truth, you will walk through the world as a shining example of the power of the divine. You will be a beacon of love, of light, of peace, and of infinite potential because you are the source. And the source is always within. As you begin to recognize that the source is within, there comes a profound realization you are not merely a fragment of the universe, but an expression of it. You are not a separate being wandering through the vast expanse of life, hoping to stumble upon meaning or purpose. You are the very essence of the divine unfolding in the world. Every breath you take is the breath of the universe. Every thought you think is a reflection of the infinite intelligence that moves through all things. You are a thread in the intricate tapestry of existence, and you are woven with the same divine energy that created the stars and the oceans. You were not born into this world to live in fear, to chase empty dreams, or to be confined by the limitations that others place upon you. No, you were born into this world to shine. You were born to be the full expression of your highest self, to align with the divine purpose that has always been guiding you. And that purpose is not found in the world outside of you, but in the depths of your own soul. It is time for you to recognize that the power you have been searching for has been within you all along. It is time for you to stop seeking validation, approval, or direction from others, and start listening to the whisper of your own soul. The mind will try to tell you otherwise. It will try to distract you, to lead you away from the truth of who you are. The world will tell you that you are not enough, that you must prove your worth, that you must conform to the expectations of society. But these are the voices of illusion, of separation. They are the voices that distract you from the truth that is eternally within you. And when you step beyond the noise of the world, you will hear the gentle, unwavering voice of your soul calling you home to the truth of who you are. The source does not require you to be perfect. It does not demand that you follow a set of rigid rules or conditions in order to earn its love or approval. The source is love itself, and it is not based on judgment or limitation. It is not something you must earn. It is something you must remember. Your worth is not determined by your accomplishments, your successes, or your failures. Your worth is inherent in your being because you are an expression of the divine. And no matter what has happened in your life, no matter what you have been through, that truth remains. You are worthy simply because you exist. You are worthy because you are part of the divine symphony of life. When you begin to release the need to prove yourself, when you stop chasing the fleeting rewards of the world, you make space for the infinite to flow through you. You become a vessel for the divine energy that is always present, always available, always guiding you. You begin to trust the flow of life, knowing that you are always being led toward your highest good. There is no need to force, no need to struggle, no need to fight for what is meant for you. It will come to you, not through your effort, but through your surrender. When you let go of control and allow the universe to work through you, you will find that everything you need is already in place. Trust is the key that unlocks the door to this inner power. Trust that the source knows what is best for you. Trust that the divine intelligence within you has a greater understanding than the limited perspective of your mind. When you trust in this divine guidance, you stop fighting against life. You stop resisting the natural flow of the universe, and instead, you begin to move in harmony with it. It is a dance, a fluid, graceful movement between you and the divine. When you trust, you let go of the illusion of control, and you step into the truth of your power. The source is always within, and it is guiding you every step of the way. And in this trust, there is peace. There is a deep sense of knowing that you are never alone. Even in moments of uncertainty or struggle, you can return to this inner knowing and find solace. The external world may shift and change, but your connection to the source remains unwavering. You are grounded in a power that is constant, that is unshakable, that is beyond time and space. And as you return to this knowing, you begin to live from a place of inner peace, no longer swayed by the external conditions of life. But even more than peace, there is a great joy that arises from living in alignment with the source. This joy is not the fleeting happiness that comes from external circumstances, but the deep, unshakable joy that comes from living in harmony with your true nature. It is the joy of knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. It is the joy of trusting that all things are working together for your good, even when you cannot see the full picture. It is the joy of being in flow with the universe, of being a conscious co-creator in the unfolding of your life. This joy arises naturally when you align with the source, because the source is not a force of fear or scarcity. It is a force of abundance, of love, of creativity. And when you tap into that flow, you begin to create in your life in a way that is effortless. You stop pushing and striving, and instead, you allow life to flow through you. You begin to see opportunities where there once were obstacles. You begin to see solutions where there once were problems. You begin to see the beauty in every moment, the grace in every experience, and the love in every person you meet. But this is not a destination. This is a way of being. It is not something you reach and then stop. It is a continuous unfolding of the divine within you. Each moment is an opportunity to reconnect with the source. Each breath you take is an invitation to return to the truth of who you are. It is a daily practice, a conscious choice to live in alignment with the divine energy that flows through you. And the more you make this choice, the more you will experience the richness of life, the deeper the connection to your true self, and the greater the peace, love, and joy that fills your heart. The source is always within, and it is never far away. It is not hidden in some distant corner of the universe, but right here, right now, within you. You need not search for it. You need not strive to attain it. All you must do is remember it. All you must do is reconnect with the truth that has always been within you. And when you do, you will find that life is not something that happens to you, but something that you create. You are the creator, and the source is the power that flows through you. Together, you will create a life that is filled with love, peace, and infinite possibility. So let go of the old stories. Let go of the beliefs that have held you back. Let go of the fear that has kept you small, and step into the truth of who you are. Step into the divine flow of the source and allow it to guide you to the life you were always meant to live. For the source is always within, and when you remember this truth, nothing can stand in your way. As you begin to let go of the old ways, there comes a moment when the veil begins to lift. In the silence of your being, you hear a whisper, soft at first, but growing louder as you pay attention. This is the voice of your soul, the voice of the source within you. It is always there, guiding you, calling you back to your truth. But for so long, you may have been distracted by the noise of the world, the demands of others, and the constant pull of the material. Now, as you awaken to this deeper truth, you find that the voice of your soul becomes clearer. It speaks of love, of peace, of your inherent worth. It speaks of your divine purpose, which was never lost, but only waiting to be discovered. The source within you does not come with conditions. It is not bound by time or circumstance. It is unconditional love, unconditional power, and it is ever present. It does not judge you for your mistakes, your missteps, or your perceived imperfections. No, the source sees beyond the illusions of the ego. It sees you as you truly are, divine, infinite, and whole. And when you begin to recognize this, you stop striving for external validation. You stop searching for approval, for the things that others may think of you. You begin to understand that your worth is not determined by what the world says you should be, but by the eternal truth that resides within you. This is where true freedom begins. True freedom is not found in the pursuit of worldly success, possessions, or fame. It is not found in the opinions of others, nor in the praise that may come from external sources. True freedom is found in the recognition that you are already free. You are free because you are not bound by the past, nor by the future. You are free because you are not bound by fear, doubt, or limitation. You are free because the source within you is the essence of boundless potential. It cannot be contained, controlled, or constrained. It is the infinite expression of the divine, and you are part of it. As you begin to walk more fully in alignment with this truth, you will notice that the world around you begins to change. No longer do you see obstacles where once there were only barriers. Now you see opportunities where there were once challenges. You see love where there was once fear. You begin to understand that what happens to you is not as important as how you choose to respond to it. The world may shift and change, but your connection to the source within you remains unshakable. This is the power of inner peace. The world does not define you. You are not defined by your circumstances, your job, your relationships, or your past. You are not defined by your mistakes or your achievements. You are not defined by the roles you play in the world. You are defined by your connection to the source, and that connection is unchanging, unwavering, and eternal. And when you truly understand this, you stop identifying with the external labels. You stop believing that you are a small, fragile being trying to make sense of a chaotic world. Instead, you realize that you are the embodiment of the divine, and that is the most powerful truth you can ever know. As you continue to align with this truth, you begin to experience a profound shift in the way you relate to the world. You stop seeing yourself as separate from others. You begin to understand that all of us are expressions of the same source, interconnected, united by the divine energy that flows through all things. You are not separate from the person sitting next to you, or from the trees, the animals, or the stars above. You are not separate from the struggles or the joys of the world. You are part of it all, and this understanding brings with it a deep sense of compassion, of empathy, and of love. When you see others through the lens of this divine connection, you begin to realize that their struggles are your struggles, their triumphs are your triumphs. There is no competition, no comparison, no separation. There is only the recognition that we are all connected through the same source, and when one of us rises, we all rise. When one of us heals, we all heal. When one of us awakens, the world awakens with us. And so we no longer seek to take from others, but to give, to uplift, to support. We begin to see that true abundance comes not from hoarding, but from sharing, from giving, and from serving the greater good of all. This is the life that is available to you when you live in alignment with the source within. It is a life of peace, of love, and of limitless potential. It is a life of joy and gratitude. For you see that everything you need is already within you. You do not need to search for happiness or fulfillment in the world outside. You find it in the stillness of your own heart, in the awareness of your own divine nature. And as you do, you begin to realize that the source does not just reside within you, it is you. You are not separate from it. You are the very expression of it in the world. And in this realization, you find your power. Your power is not in control or manipulation. Your power is not in force or coercion. Your power is in your ability to align with the divine flow, to surrender to the guidance of your soul, and to trust in the infinite wisdom of the source within. This is the power that moves mountains, that heals hearts, that transforms lives. It is the power of creation, of love, of life itself. And it is available to you always, as soon as you choose to remember it. This power is your birthright. It is not something you must earn or strive for. It is not something that is reserved for a select few. It is available to all who are willing to step into the truth of who they are. And when you do, when you make the choice to remember the source within, you will find that life unfolds in ways that are beyond your wildest dreams. You will begin to experience miracles, synchronicities, and blessings in every moment. You will begin to see the world with new eyes, eyes that see the divine in all things. The source is always within, and when you connect with it, you realize that nothing in the world can stand in your way. You are a powerful being, capable of creating the life you desire. You are worthy of all the abundance, love, and joy that the universe has to offer. And when you begin to live from this place of inner knowing, you will find that the world begins to reflect back to you the truth of who you are. So I invite you now to take a deep breath, close your eyes, and feel the power of the source within you. Feel it rise up from the depths of your being, filling every cell, every fiber of your body with light, with love, with infinite possibility. Know that this power is always with you, always available to you, and that you are never alone. You are a divine being, and the source is always within. When you remember this, when you live from this truth, you will find that the world becomes a reflection of your inner light. You will create a life that is filled with love, abundance, and peace. You will experience miracles in every moment. You will be the creator of your own reality, and you will walk in the world as a shining example of the power of the divine. The source is always within, and it is time for you to remember that truth. As you stand at the threshold of your own soul, you come to realize the great secret. You are not bound by time, space, or circumstance. You are not a limited being, struggling to find your place in a chaotic world. No, you are a divine being, an eternal soul, part of the infinite tapestry of existence. And the source that birthed the stars, the oceans, the very breath that fills your lungs, this source lives within you. It has never left you. It has always been there, and it will always be there, no matter where you go or what you do. In the quiet of your heart, in the stillness of your mind, you begin to hear the voice of the divine. It speaks not in words, but in the deep knowing that arises from within. It is the whisper of your soul reminding you of who you truly are. You are the creator of your own reality. You are the expression of love, of peace, of divine power, and you hold within you the infinite capacity to heal, to grow, to expand, and to create. There is nothing that you cannot do when you remember the truth of your being. And so you stand fully awake, fully aware, fully empowered. You no longer need to search outside of yourself for the answers because you know that the answer has always been within. The power that you seek, the love, the joy, the abundance, it is already here. It is in the very fabric of your being. All you must do is open your heart and your mind to receive it. And as you receive it, as you open to the divine flow that is always present, you begin to understand that there is nothing to fear. There is no need to worry about the future or regret the past. The present moment is all that matters. In this moment, you are free. In this moment, you are whole. In this moment, you are connected to the source of all that is and all that will ever be. Your life is a reflection of the divine, unfolding before you, moment by moment. It is not something to be controlled or manipulated, but something to be experienced with grace, with trust, and with love. You are not separate from life, but one with it. You are not a passive observer, but an active participant in the great unfolding of the universe. You are a co-creator, a divine being, and the life you create is a testament to the infinite possibilities that reside within you. And now, in this moment, you are free. Free from the chains of the past, free from the limitations of the ego, free from the need to seek validation, approval, or permission. You are free to be who you truly are, a divine expression of the source, living a life of love, abundance, and peace. You are free to create the life that aligns with the deepest truth of your soul. The source is always within you, always guiding you, always loving you. It is time to trust it, to trust that every step you take is a step toward greater freedom, greater love, greater joy. You are not walking alone. The divine walks with you, within you, beside you. It is in every breath you take, in every thought you think, in every action you take. As you walk this path, know that you are always supported. Know that you are always loved. Know that you are always enough. You are not broken. You are whole. You are not lost. You are found. You are not searching for something outside yourself. You are remembering who you have always been. And so, in this moment, let go. Let go of the need to control. Let go of the fear that has held you captive. Let go of the past that no longer serves you. Let go of the stories that have kept you small. And step into the truth of who you are. Step into the divine light that shines within you. Step into the power that has always been yours, waiting for you to claim it. You are the source, and the source is always within you. In this truth, you are free. In this truth, you are whole. In this truth, you are love. You are light. You are divine. And as you remember this, you will find that the world around you begins to reflect this truth back to you in ways you never imagined. You will see beauty where there once was darkness. You will see love where there once was fear. You will see abundance where there once was lack. For as you connect with the source within you, you become the source. And the source is everything. So take a deep breath. Feel the truth of who you are. Feel the divine energy flowing through every cell, every fiber, every part of your being. Know that you are whole, you are complete, and you are free. The source is always within, and it is time for you to remember it. And when you remember, you will find that there is nothing to fear, nothing to prove, and nothing to hold you back. You are free. You are divine. You are the source. And so it is.
Knowing it is already done. Just as the seed does not panic in the soil, neither do you panic in the unseen. It is finished. I receive it now, not tomorrow, not next month now, because the only time is now and the only place is within. Say these words while feeling them. That is the only condition. If you speak with doubt, you delay the promise. If you speak with certainty, you collapse time. Do not explain, justify, do not question. Just declare. These words are keys. They unlock what you call impossible, because the moment you say them with faith, the universe moves. You will see the signs. You will receive the message. You will feel the shift, not because you hoped, but because you knew. Let no one talk you out of it. Let no appearance distract you. Let no delay deceive you. Say it again. It is already mine. It is finished. I receive it now, and watch. In one day, it will be done. Every word you speak carries a vibration, a pattern, a command. It may seem like a fleeting sound, quickly vanishing into the air, but its impact is eternal. Words are not just sounds you release. They are seeds you sow, and the field they fall upon is the infinite, fertile ground of your subconscious mind. When you speak, you are not merely communicating with others. You are instructing reality. Each word holds within it the blueprint of an outcome. The moment it is spoken with belief, it is planted in the unseen and begins its silent, inevitable growth. Now consider this. If you speak with frustration, with defeat, with fear, those words do not simply express how you feel. They begin to form the world you will soon inhabit. You are not reporting your experience. You are predicting it. You are not describing the world. You are creating it. Just as a seed contains a tree and potential, so too does a word contain a reality and potential. Say, I am always broke, and that is the crop that will rise in your life. Say, nothing ever works out for me, and watch life bring forth every event needed to confirm your declaration. Not because life is cruel, but because it is obedient. Because the subconscious mind does not judge what you plant. It simply brings it to life. If you were to shift, if you were to begin to speak, not from the echo of your past, but from the vision of your desire, everything would change. A new harvest would begin. Speak words of love, and love begins to return. Speak words of abundance, and abundance takes root. Speak words of peace, and your world bends toward calm. There's no magic. This is law, and it is always working, whether you are aware of it or not. You are always planting. The question is, what are you planting? You may walk through the garden of your life today and see disappointment, lack, and confusion. But understand this. Those are yesterday's seeds made visible. Do not curse the garden for producing what you unknowingly planted. Instead, bless it for revealing what was hidden and begin again, this time with intention. When a farmer sows seed, he does not do so randomly. He selects the seed carefully, knowing that what he puts in the ground will determine what comes out. He tends the soil, waters it daily, and protects it from harm. He never doubts that the seed will grow. He does not dig it up to check. He trusts the process. He knows the harvest must come because he has planted in faith. So must you treat your words. Choose them with care, speak them with conviction, repeat them with joy, and protect them from the weeds of doubt and fear. Every time you say, I am powerful, you water a seed of strength. Every time you say, I am blessed, you nourish a future filled with divine alignment. Every time you say, things always work in my favor, you are laying the bricks of a reality that must rise to match your declaration. It does not matter what the outer world looks like. The soil does not care if the sun is shining or the clouds are overhead. The soil only responds to what has been planted, so too does your life respond to what you consistently say. Speak as if your words are sacred tools, because they are. Speak as though the universe is listening, because it is. Speak not from your history, but from your vision, because the past cannot produce anything new, but your words can. You are the field, your life is the field, and your words are the seeds. Be intentional, be aware, and most of all, believe. Because once spoken with faith, your words must become flesh. There is a secret embedded in creation, one that the world often overlooks. Words alone are not enough. Words are the seed, but feeling is the fertile soil in which the seed must fall. Without feeling, your words are like seeds thrown on concrete. They may be powerful in potential, but they cannot take root. They cannot grow. They cannot become. To speak without emotion is to recite, to repeat, to echo, but not to create. The true creative power lies not just in what you say, but in how deeply you feel it as true. You must embody the energy of your words. You must live inside them emotionally before you ever see them physically. The universe does not respond to empty phrases. It responds to the energy behind those phrases. When you declare, I am wealthy, but feel poor, the energy contradicts the language. When you say, I am loved, but feel lonely, your subconscious is confused, divided, and it is the feeling that always wins. The subconscious does not respond to surface words. It responds to your inner state. That is the language of the infinite. When you speak as if something is already done, and you feel the joy, the relief, the gratitude of that truth, something shifts. The outer world may not yet reflect the change, but inside you, a seed has been planted in rich living soil, And that feeling, that inner movement, is the sign that manifestation is already underway. It is not about pretending. It is about assuming. You assume the state of the wish fulfilled. You speak not from hope or desire, but from fulfillment. You say thank you, not because you are wishing to receive, but because you know you already have. Gratitude is the feeling of having, and the moment you truly feel you have, you activate the law of creation. This is why some people repeat affirmations for months with no result. They say the right words, but feel lack. They speak about abundance, but carry fear. They affirm love, but feel unworthy. And so the words remain lifeless like seeds stored in a drawer, never touching the soil of belief. But when you begin to speak with emotion, when your voice carries the vibration of truth, your words are no longer weak. They become alive. They move mountains. They dissolve resistance. They begin attracting to you the people, situations, and events that match the feeling you now embody. This is why conviction matters. Conviction is not loudness or force. It is inner certainty. When you declare something with a knowing that it already is, life must rearrange itself to reflect that knowing. What you feel deeply and consistently becomes impressed upon the subconscious mind, and the subconscious governs everything. It does not argue. It does not reason. It accepts. So if you wish to change your life, change how you feel when you speak. Don't just say, I am healthy. Feel the strength in your body as you say it. Don't just say, I am successful. Feel the calm satisfaction of having already achieved it. Don't just say, I am free. Feel the lightness, the joy, the ease. The stronger the feeling, the faster the manifestation. Feeling is not secondary. It is central. It is the life force behind your word. It is the divine spark that causes the invisible to become visible. So, the next time you speak, pause for a moment, breathe, close your eyes if you must, and feel it. Let the words rise from the core of your being, not just your lips. Speak not from emptiness, but from fullness, from the deep inner place where what you desire is already real. When you do this, when word and feeling become one, you become unstoppable. As then, and only then, do your words take root. And once they do, they grow with divine speed. The only time that truly exists is now. The past is memory. The future is imagination. Yet most people speak and think as if they live in some distant one day, and so their desires remain trapped in that illusion of delay. The creative power of the mind does not operate in the future. It operates in the now. That is why present tense thinking and speaking is not just important, it is everything. When you say, I will have, you have already pushed your desire out of reach. I will be successful. I will find love. I will be healed. These statements sound positive, but they are declarations of absence. You are confirming that right now you do not have, you do not experience, and you are still waiting. And as long as you wait, you delay because your subconscious mind does not understand the future. It only responds to what is felt and believed in this moment. To say, I now have, is to pull the future into the present. It is to embody the end result. You are no longer hoping, wishing, or waiting. You are claiming, and what you claim as yours within a conviction must begin to take form. This is the power of speaking in the present tense. It is not just grammar, it is creation. Your words shape your internal reality, and your internal reality molds the outer world. When you consistently say, I am, rather than I will be, you tell your subconscious, this is who I am now, and the subconscious must act accordingly. It begins shifting your perceptions, your behaviors, your energy, and even the people and situations around you, all to align with what you have accepted as true in the present. To manifest is to occupy a state of being. It's not about chasing after things. It's about assuming you already are the person who has them. That is the secret. You don't become wealthy by saying, I will be rich someday. You become wealthy by saying, I am rich now, and feeling the reality of that will so deeply that your entire being conforms to it, brings it home. The more often you speak from the place of the fulfilled desire, the more naturally your life reorganizes to mirror that inner conviction. You become the cause, not the effect. The creator, not the victim. The origin, not the outcome. So let go of soon. Let go of one day. Let go of I hope to. These are the language of delay. Instead, speak in the now. Live in the now. Declare it now, because now is all you have, and it's also all you need. The present moment is where creation happens. It is the point of power, and the more fully you stand in it, the faster your desires become real. Because once you believe it is already done, the world has no choice but to catch up. The mind is shaped not by what you hear once, but by what you hear repeatedly. Repetition is the chisel that carves new identity into the subconscious. It is not simply the act of saying something over and over. It is the consistent return to a chosen truth until it is no longer questioned. And once that truth takes root, reality begins to obey it. What you repeat becomes impressed. Just as water shapes rock through continual flow, your words shape the landscape of your inner world through continual declaration. The subconscious mind is always listening, always receiving, and always accepting what is said with emotion and persistence. It does not argue. It does not reason. It simply says yes to whatever is repeated with feeling. You repeat, lack becomes your experience. If you repeat fear, fear begins to govern your world. But if you repeat love, abundance, success, wholeness, those states begin to dominate. Not because you force them into existence, but because you impress them deeply enough that the subconscious begins to express them effortlessly. You see, the first time you say, I am powerful, your conscious mind may resist. You may feel like you're lying. You may feel doubt or conflict. But if you say it again and again and again, while breathing, while relaxing, while imagining it as true, the resistance begins to dissolve. The statement becomes less foreign, less strange, and eventually it begins to feel natural. That shift, that sacred moment when the affirmation no longer feels like a wish, but like a fact is the moment manifestation begins. This is why you must be persistent, not frantic, not forceful, but faithful, steady, calm, like a sculptor returning each day to the same block of marble, trusting that each touch reveals more of the form within. Every repetition is a movement deeper. Every word spoken again is a step closer to embodiment. Do not be discouraged if nothing appears to happen at first. Repetition works beneath the surface. You are rewiring pathways, shifting patterns, building a new self-concept. And once your subconscious accepts a new truth, life adjusts to fit it, not by magic, but by law, the law of consciousness, the law of assumption, the law of identity. And this is the sacred reason repetition matters, because your outer life cannot exceed the boundaries of your inner belief. You cannot live above the truth you hold inside. So if you wish to rise, you must elevate what you repeat. Speak only what you want to see, declare only what you choose to become, and do it again and again until you no longer need to remind yourself, because it will have become who you are. The mind learns by rhythm, the body responds to pattern, the spirit awakens through remembrance. So remember who you are daily, return to your truth hourly, whisper it in silence, declare it in stillness, speak it before sleep, affirm it upon waking, and do not grow weary, for the harvest is certain. You are reprogramming the most powerful creative force in existence, your imagination, your belief, your identity. Do not underestimate the quiet power of repetition. It has built empires, it has changed lives, it has transformed ordinary minds into channels of the divine. One thought, returned to consistently, can rebuild a lifetime. One phrase, spoken with conviction each day, can shift the course of your destiny. So speak what you choose to be, and keep speaking it until the world has no choice but to echo your inner truth, because what you repeat becomes impressed, and what is impressed must be expressed. The greatest battle is not with the world outside of you. It is with the story you keep telling yourself. The one you repeat in your mind, in your conversations, in your inner dialogue, that story becomes your life. And if you want to change your life, you must silence the old and boldly declare the new. Stop rehearsing the old story. Stop justifying your limitations, explaining your pain, or repeating what went wrong. Every time you speak of what hurt you, what failed, what they did, what you lost, or why it's difficult, you breathe new life into a reality you are trying to leave behind. The old story cannot go if you keep inviting it. Let it be silent. Not because it didn't happen, but because it no longer defines you. You do not grow by analyzing what went wrong. You grow by announcing what is now right. You do not heal by circling the wound. You heal by imagining the wholeness. The more you entertain the old identity, the more you remain bound by it. So stop giving it your voice. Stop explaining it. Stop defending it. Silence it. And then declare the new. Declare it not as a hope, not as a wish, but as an unshakable truth. Speak it as though it were already real. Say, I am chosen. Say, I am successful. Say, I walk in abundance. Speak it with no hesitation, no apology, no explanation. You are not here to argue with the facts of the old life. You are here to create the truth of the new one. And truth, when spoken with authority, rearranges reality. Do not argue with your current conditions. They are not permanent. They are only echoes of your previous beliefs. Do not plead with them. Do not resist them. Acknowledge them if you must, but then rise above them. Speak as if the new world is already here. because in the realm of consciousness it is. You must learn to speak as the person you are becoming, not as the one you have been. This is not pretending, it is creating. The power is not in what you see, but in what you declare. Every word you speak is a mold into which life must pour itself, so choose your words as if they are law, because they are. Your word is law in your world. You are not a reporter of life. You are not here to describe what is. You are here to decide what will be. The moment you stop repeating the old narrative and begin to claim the new one, your mind begins to shift, your body begins to respond, and the world begins to align. You do not have to explain how it will happen. You only have to believe that it is. Your authority comes from your imagination. Your power lies in your ability to feel the unseen and speak it as reality. This is how mountains move. This is how timelines shift. This is how the impossible becomes the inevitable. So silence the old, let it fall away without a fight. You owe no loyalty to the version of yourself that was surviving. You are not here to maintain the familiar. You are here to manifest the divine. Declare what is true for you now. Declare it daily. Declare it boldly. Declare it until the world forgets the old you ever existed. There is only one voice that must be heard, yours. The voice that does not tremble, that does not beg, that does not delay. The voice that commands, that claims, that creates. That voice is yours, and when you speak the new story, when you hold it like a sword in the face of doubt, when you refuse to retreat into what was, everything begins to change. Not someday, but now, because nothing is more powerful than a mind that has decided. The old is over, and the new is already here. There are words that do more than inspire, words that do more than comfort. There are words that carry creative authority, powerful phrases that, when spoken with certainty, reconfigure the unseen world to reflect your inner command. These are not idle affirmations. They are not mere hopeful phrases. They are spiritual decrees spoken not to beg, but to create. When you speak these words with belief, with presence, with the full weight of your inner conviction, they do not float aimlessly into the void. They land, they take root, and they go to work unseen, rearranging the conditions of your life in silence and in speed. These words act like spiritual blueprints. What you declare with authority, the invisible world begins to build. You must understand that the universe does not respond to your pleas. It responds to your assumptions. It does not obey fear or indecision. It obeys inner authority. That authority is not granted by anyone outside of you. It comes from within, and it is activated through your voice, through what you say and how you say it. There are phrases that ignite change immediately when spoken with faith, phrases like, "It is done." "I now have." "I am." These are not simple statements. They are doorways. Each time you speak them with feeling, you step into a new identity. And when your identity shifts, everything around you must follow. The world always mirrors the state you live from, not the one you wish for, but the one you claim. When you say, "It is done," you are not hoping. It will be done. You are not doubting it might be done. You are commanding it is done. This is the language of creation. It leaves no room for hesitation, no space for the old story to linger. It declares the end from the beginning, and it trusts that life will rise to meet the declaration. Words are not weak. Words are not just sounds in the air. They are vibrations that match the frequency of what you call into being. If you say, "I am love," the universe must deliver experiences that reflect love. If you say, "I am successful," even when the outer world looks barren, life begins working behind the curtain to fulfill that inner command. The truth is, most people are speaking words that disempower them. They say, "I can't. I don't know how. Maybe one day." These are not just statements. They are creative orders. Spoken often enough, they become law in the world of the speaker. So if you are going to use your voice, and you always are, use it to build what you want. Train yourself to speak with deliberate power. Do not allow casual language to sabotage your vision. Speak as a master. Speak as a creator. Declare your day before it begins. Declare your abundance before you see it. Declare your healing before it manifests. These are not lies. They are acts of faith, and faith is the evidence of things not seen. The most powerful words are not spoken with force. They are spoken with knowing, with peace, with stillness. You do not need to shout. You do not need to convince anyone. When you know it within, your words carry that silent certainty, and the world obeys certainty. So speak only what you wish to see. Speak it often. Speak it boldly. Speak it quietly if you must, but speak it with belief. And then let go of the how. Let the words do their work. Let them echo into the unseen. Gather what you have called for and return it to you in divine timing. not because you hoped, but because you knew. There are words that create. Find them, live them, speak them, and watch as your world bends to meet the reality your voice has claimed. When you begin to understand the true power of your world, you will no longer speak carelessly. You will no longer speak from fear, from doubt, or from lack. You will speak with clarity, with faith, and with knowing. Every word you utter becomes a thread in the fabric of your future. Every phrase you declare becomes a seed that grows into form. You have been given the power to create not by force, but by focus. Not by striving, but by speaking. Say only what you desire to see. Feel it is done. Speak it in the present. Repeat it until it becomes your truth. Silence the old story and declare the new. And above all, remember, the words you speak with belief are not hopes. They are laws to the unseen. Now go. Speak as the one who knows it is already theirs, because it is. Thank you.